Hey world, it's Ben. We'll come back with another video. Matter of fact, family, let me get rid of this AC because I don't want to have any, distractions, or I want to make sure you hear what I got to say today, okay? Un momento, por favor. That means give me 1 minute. Hope everybody's doing well out there. It's a lot of craziness going on, family, and I really appreciate you guys' comments. And please feel free while you're in the garden to plant your fruit and leave comments and give me, your analysis of the things that we talk about. Because remember, yes, I like to share food for thought, but I like to eat as well. And so I want to make sure that, I'm getting just as, nourished as you guys are. You know what I mean? Because I have the family members out there and you guys give me a lot of great comments. I try to respond to all of them. I read all of them. And it's just good to know that, you have some like-mindedness out there. And like I say, when I came into the consciousness back in, 1999, there's a lot of things that I was like, whoa, this isn't the reality that I thought. Because remember, you have to die a conscious death in order to be, reborn. I think the whole resurrection in the Bible is a mental resurrection. Okay, because once you mentally resurrect, then you no longer, put all your faith or put all your wants and desires into things of this world, of this planet. And that's plain net. Because remember, there's no such thing as a globe, a blue marble floating around infinitely in space, following the sun, spinning 1,000 miles per hour on its axis, and following the sun like over 430,000 miles. Come on, man. Where your common sense at? And this is what has to happen before, they can actually control the narrative. If you have 200 million, 250 million, let's say 300 million people stay locked down because somebody said that the code is dangerous. And not only did they say the code, because it's the common code, was dangerous, they even told us that only 0.01% of people die from it. But when you don't know math, it's difficult to grasp the reality. You did? And so let's think about this for a minute. For the last 2.5 years, we have been inundated with a lot of, misinformation, disinformation, minutia to have you follow the narrative that is presented on a television or social media. I mean, think about it. Like I said, I'm not homophobic, but the fact that we talk about transgenders as if they like a majority of the population, it really blows me away. There's not one country in the world that would recognize a group of people that's less than 1% of the population and give them precedent over the other 99.9%. It doesn't make sense. But when you fall into that narrative, then you as a parent, me as a parent, you as teachers, educators, me as an educator, people don't speak out about the craziness that they want us to teach our kids in school. Come on, family. Not just today. Moderna wants to get the FDA to approve of COVID vaccine shots for age 5 and under. What? So if this vaccine is approved by the FDA, all you do, family, is go to the SEC website and find out who are the major investors in Moderna. See, this is public information. And when you see all these congressmen and judges and lawyers and, politicians that are invested in Moderna, I promise you Moderna is going to get their approval. It's ridiculous. I mean, like I said, with all the tornadoes that just ravaged Texas and Louisiana, where is the instant, help, the restitution, the reparations? And when I mean reparation, not from slavery, but to repair the thing that the natural or that nature destroyed. But we give all the money to overseas countries. Congress can go and they say, well, you know what? No more changing the times. I mean, daylight saving time is here to stay. The Senate has already voted on it. Now they're just waiting on the House of Representatives to vote on it. Why is that significant? Because it tells you that they really don't care about the things that are really happening to you in your life. Okay? These gas prices, inflation, the thing that they want to do, and I hope your family members out there paying attention, they want to give you guys, of course, another stimulus check. They proposing to give every U.S. citizen $300 a month to combat the price of gas and inflation. If you know anything about economics, that's not going to solve inflation. Throwing more money at the problem only increases inflation, because remember, the more money you have, the higher the prices can go up, because it's price and demand. Okay? Supply and demand. You dig? So, there's a total desecration of public education. There's total desecration of the perception of women in today's society. I mean, when the Afro-melanated judge that's been, reviewed, actually voted on, trying to get approved for the Supreme Court, that's an Afro-melanated lady, Kanaja Jackson Brown, or Kanaja Brown Jackson. I don't know. All I know is this. There's no way in hell that us as a people could ever be conscious if a person that's been, recommended for the Supreme Court. Remember, the Supreme Court judge, that's for life. When they ask her the question, what's a woman? What is the definition of a woman? She couldn't answer it. When they asked her, when does life begin? She couldn't answer it. Her response is, I'm not a biologist. Family, like I tell you, having narcissistic politicians and a narcissistic system, you can only know for certain that those that are following this particular system are going to be the ones that's going to be constantly gaslit, constantly name drug in the mud, and constantly disenfranchised. Last thing before I get up out of here, critical race theory. Come on, man. Congress doesn't want to approve critical race theory education in schools because it shines a light on the hypocrisy, the inhumanity, the discrimination, prejudice, racism of this country. Back when I was a kid, think about going to class and all you heard about was your people were slaves. That's it. No one cared about our feelings. No one cared about our self-esteem. No one cared about how to make us feel. But now that critical race theory is on the table, they don't want that taught in schools because it's going to shine a light, and they don't want, Caucasian kids to feel bad about, they don't want their feelings to get hurt when they have to learn how, the true founding fathers, and believe me, you're not my father. Think about that, founding fathers. How you going to find something that was already here? You dig? Pay yourself first, family. Like I said, the hypocrisy is real. Ladies, queens, you are the queens of this world. And please don't let this sadistic, misogynistic, sexist, satanic system, nation, tell you otherwise. Because without you, there's no nation. And so when they having these men compete against women, come on, man. That's ridiculous. Wow. Pay yourself first, family. And in the meantime, between time, may the Most High Saudi bring you joy. And being with us out of 5,000. Love you, family.